Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna.
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna.
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare 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 Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare.
Hare 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna.
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram.
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Hare Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Hare 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya Prabhu
Hare Hare
Nityananda
Hare
Shri
Krishna
Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Nam Nam Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Nam
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Nam Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare 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 Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Nam Nam Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Om
Ram,
Nam
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Nam Nam
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Nam
Ram Ram
Nam
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Nam Nam
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Nam
Krishna
Nam Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Nam Nam Hare
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 Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Nam
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Nam
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
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 Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita
Ram Ram
Gadadhar
Hare
Shivasati Gaur
Hare
Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Hare,
Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Lord Mishra,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Lord
Krishna
Mishra,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravan
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Jai Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya Prabhu
Hare
Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Nam Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Nam
Ram
Nam
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Nam Nam Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Jai Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Krishna
Prabhu
Krishna Krishna
Nityananda Shri
Hare
Advaita
Hare
Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta
Krishna
Vrinda
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Nam Nam Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram 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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Ram Ram Ram, Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Ram 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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram.
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura
Hare
Bhattacharya
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Jai Shri Krishna, Nityananda, Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare,
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram Hare
Ram
Hare, Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare, Krishna Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram, Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
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 Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare,
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Prabhu Nityananda Shvaita Giridhara Shivasadi Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram
Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakti Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Nityananda Shvaita Viradhara
Hare
Swami
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare.
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Sweet Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Sweet Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Sweet
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Sweet
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Sweet
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Sweet Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Sweet
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram.
Hare Krishna Hare Sweet
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Sweet
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Sweet
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Sweet Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Sweet
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Sweet Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna. Krishna 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 Krishna. Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna. Krishna 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 Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Does anybody like to share anything?
Do you want to recite? Do you want us to recite the verses now or after you read Bhagavatam?
Yeah, we can do it after the Bhagavatam, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So, Canto 4, chapter 25, verse 41. Description of the characteristics of King Puranjana. Kanama Veera Vikhyatam Vadanyam Priya Darshanam Navrinita Priyam Praptam Madrishi Twadrisham Patim. O my dear hero, who in this world will not accept a husband like you? You are so famous, so magnanimous, so beautiful, and so easily gotten. Every husband is certainly a great hero to his wife. In other words, if a woman loves a man, that man appears very beautiful and magnanimous. Unless one becomes beautiful in the eyes of another, one cannot dedicate his whole life to another. The husband is considered very magnanimous because he gives as many children to the wife as she likes. Every woman is fond of children. Therefore, any husband who can please his wife by sex and give her children is considered very magnanimous. Not only does the husband become magnanimous by begetting children, but by giving his wife ornaments, nice food, and dresses, he keeps her completely under submission. Such a satisfied wife will never give up the company of her husband. Manu Samhita recommends that to keep a wife satisfied, a husband should give her some ornaments because women are generally fond of home, ornaments, dresses, children, etc. In this way, the woman is the center of all material enjoyment. In this regard, the word Vikhyatam is very significant. A man is always famous for his aggression towards a beautiful woman, and such aggression is sometimes considered rape. Although rape is not legally allowed, it is a fact that a woman likes a man who is very expensive. Okay, so she is praising this. What is there a name for this lady? Um, Not sure, but
Puranjani.
Puranjani, yeah, we can say like that, Puranjani. So far, I don't think the word has been used, but yeah, she's praising this Puranjana, and you are very beautiful, famous. He's praising her, and she's praising him, and who will not accept a husband like you? So, okay, so the next verse, let's see. O mighty armed, who in this world will not be attracted by your arms, which are just like the bodies of serpents? Actually, you relieve the distress of husbandless women like us by your attractive smile and your aggressive mercy. We think that you are traveling on the surface of earth just to benefit us only. When a husbandless woman is attacked by an aggressive man, she takes his action to be mercy. A woman is generally very much attracted by a man's long arms. A serpent's body is round and it becomes narrower and thinner at the end. The beautiful arms of a woman appear to a woman just like serpents, and she very much desires to be embraced by such arms. The word anatha varga is very significant in this verse. Natha means husband, and means without. A young woman who has no husband is called anath, meaning one who is not protected. As soon as a woman attains the age of puberty, she immediately becomes very much agitated by sexual desire. It is therefore the duty of the father to get his daughter married before she attains puberty. Otherwise, she will be very much mortified by not having a husband. Anyone who satisfies her desire for sex at that age becomes a great object of satisfaction. It is a psychological fact that when a woman at the age of puberty meets a man and the man satisfies her sexually, she will love that man for the rest of her life, regardless who he is. Thus, love, so called love, within this material world is nothing but sexual satisfaction. Okay, so yeah, in this world is characterized by the attraction between male and female. Pumsa striya mithuni bhavametam tayor mithuridaya granthi. And when they unite, then their heart gets tied in a knot, and one becomes attached to so many things. Ata griha kshetra suta apta vitte, one's home, one's children, one's apta means one's relatives, and vitte means wealth, and starts thinking in terms of I and mine. Janasya mohayam aham mameti. So that is the main reason why we remain bound in this material world, because it is the shackles of this lusty desires. And lust doesn't only mean just sexual attraction, but it means so many other desires to enjoy so many things, material things in this world, when forget Krishna. So that is the reason why we stay in this material world. And so Prabhupada says that we have to transform this lust into love. Just like milk, when it comes in contact with a sour substance, it becomes curd. It curdles and becomes curd. So the process of Krishna consciousness is to transform. Of course, curd cannot be transformed into milk again, but Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada says, is so powerful that this lust can again be transformed into love for the Supreme Lord. So here the last sentence Prabhupada says that in the material world, so-called love is nothing but sexual satisfaction. And when that satisfaction doesn't happen, then there is separation. So ultimately everybody is looking for their own pleasure. And we say, I'm giving you pleasure, but we are also looking for our own pleasure. And the other person is looking for their pleasure. So this is how the material world is set up. Atmendriya priti vancha tarabalikam, Krishnendriya priti chadore premnam. So this is the binding force in material existence. And one who becomes free from sex desire and develops love for God uh, is on the path of liberation. So set on the path of liberation. So Prabhupada would say like that many times, that one who is free from lust is 50% liberated. Even though, of course, you cannot become free from lust without attraction to Krishna. And in one lecture I was hearing, Prabhupada was saying it is Hari Ichha. Only Hari Ichha is there, then you can become free. Means, is Hari not desiring for us? Yes, he is desiring. But he will give the higher taste only when he sees we are very sincere, very, we have really, really want Krishna. Then he gives, we serve him. And he's Swarat, so he is not like inclined. But he may become pleased with our sincere, and then he may give us higher taste. And when he gives us higher taste, then automatically we revel in that higher taste, we enjoy in that higher taste. So automatically the sex desire goes away. But that higher taste depends on Krishna's mercy. We can do our endeavor, but as we say, Krishna's mercy is the one. So we can try, and of course, to get higher taste, we have to serve very humbly. Trinadapi sunichena, tarvapi sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sadahari. We have to be humble at heart, and we have to be free from material desires for enjoyment. You cannot be humble and have desires to enjoy, because humility means keeping Krishna in the center. So if we have material desires to enjoy, then we are not really humble in that sense, because we are still wanting to be ourselves in the center. So humility and sense gratification also are. Sometimes, it may sound like, okay, sense gratification, one can be doing sense gratification and still be humble. But real humility means no desires for sense gratification, but desire for Krishna's gratification. Of course, now Krishna knows, he is giving us so much leeway. And he says, okay, if you can't do this, then do this. If you can't do this, do this. So he says, okay, if you can't give it up immediately, okay, go through the Grihastha ashram and then slowly renounce. If you can't give it up immediately, because Krishna knows our conditioning. So that is the one thing. And the other thing is that anybody can be a devotee. Like in Dwarka, when Krishna was visiting, even the prostitutes were um, there to, welcome him and receive him and like that. So Prabhupada writes, even anybody can be a devotee, irrespective of, at least one who accepts the supremacy of Krishna is a devotee, basically. And of course, you may not be able to follow all the rules and regulations, but if you accept Krishna's supremacy and you bow down to Krishna, and and you are not resentful of the instructions that Krishna has given, although you may not be able to follow everything, but if you're not resentful, then also you are considered like a devotee. So the prostitutes were also devotees in Dwarka. So anybody can, bow down to Krishna, surrender to Krishna, and so, so in that sense, nobody is barred from, no matter what our situation is, we can always bow down to Krishna. We can always do some service for Krishna, and we still consider the devotee as. Of course, the devotee also if he's is a higher grade devotee, then he wants to improve. So he wants to become free from contamination. So Krishna also says, "Apichet suduracharo bhajate mamananya bhag sadhureva samantavya samyak vivastoi saha." So he says, yeah, even if he is engaged in sinful activities, bad activities, but if his determination is to serve me and he repents for his activities, although unable to give it up immediately, then very soon Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma, Shashvat Shantim Nikachati, Kaunteya Pratijani Name Bhakta Pranashyati. So he will again become righteous. Soon he'll get the intelligence and he'll become righteous and he'll come back to me. So, okay, so that is there. And that's what I can say about this verse. Any comments?
And sense gratification does not satisfy us. That's why, we have the story of Yati Maharaj, where he became old, but he exchanged his youth with his son, and he kept on enjoying for thousands of years. Ultimately, he's telling his realizations in this Canto 9, saying that I'm still not satisfied after going through, even with Devahuti and Kardama Muni pastime. So, आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवेन कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पुरेण नलिना च. It's like pouring ghee in the fire. The fire blazes more, but will never be satisfied. So what's the point?
So either you learn by hearing and you come to that realization, or you actually, like in all these cases with Yayati and Devahuti, they actually went through that. So, and then they came to that conclusion. But that's not very intelligent. You know that, right? But sometimes you have to go through it to actually learn. So both Yati and they went through that. But we can learn by, we may have some experience, and also their example is there in the Bhagavatam. So we learn from there. That's why Bhagavatam is talking about these things, that they were not satisfied after, so. Okay.
Just like, it's the same thing. Just like we eat a nice meal and we become satisfied for a short time, but then again we become hungry. And that taste that we had previously, we're not feeling that taste. The same thing. It happens with all the rest of the senses too. We might be having pleasure or satisfied for a short time, but again, the senses hanker for sense gratification.
And the Canto 5 and chapter 5, first sloka, Rishabhadev also explains to his sons that even my dear boys, all living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, the human body is very important, and it is not hard work day and night simply for sense gratification, even which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool with bhujam. He says that very powerful word he used, that And also who have engages in penances and austerity, they will attain the devotional service and eternal ultimately eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. In the last line, Saukyam Tvanantam, we will get unlimited happiness. Why you need to get this temporary happiness, which is not real as well in this material body.
Na, what is that verse? Nayam deho dipahacham niloke kashtam.
Yes, Prabhuji. Custom kamanarhate vidbhujam ye.
Tapo divyam putrake na satyam.
Yeah.
The other verse that he was quoting was Nunam Pramata Kurute Vikama Yadindriya Prite Apranoti, that we have been awarded this material body for sense gratification. If we are intelligent, then we should not do these activities again, because that will give us perpetually one body after another.
Yeah, so it's a question of, like we heard it, and then how we can actually, become intelligent by hearing again and again. That is way also to get realization. And then, if we are not completely convinced, then we have to go through some experience and then realize that. So, yeah, so that doesn't give happiness. We are all looking for happiness. I was telling in Comfest, many people I told that you are trying to enjoy. Here, everybody's trying to enjoy, but nobody's happy. And many people agreed, yes, we are trying to enjoy, but we are not getting happiness. So, when we don't get happiness in one way, then we try to change another way. We think like, okay, this is not giving me happiness. Maybe this person is not giving me happiness. Let me find that other person. Other person will give me happiness. Then like that, people, they do so. I mean, not to criticize anybody, but this is how. Uh, because our desire, then if we don't find, then let's say, let's try drugs, let's try alcohol, let's try this, let's change the person, so many things like that. So in this way, um, our hankering for happiness is going on. But just by, like we have to get realization, we have to get higher taste. And intellectual conviction is also there. So intellectual conviction is there. Like we are intellectually convinced that eating meat is bad, right? So we don't even look at it. So we don't even think about. There is no temptation. Similarly, for other sense gratification also, those who are advanced, they have that intellectual conviction. Then this is not going to give me happiness. I better not indulge in it. That's what Krishna says. Nateshu ramate buddha. Yehi sansparshaja bhoga dukkha yonayavate. Adi antavanta tupante nateshu ramate buddha. They don't, those are buddhi. They know this is not. But, it's like we are not so intelligent. In Kali Yuga, Parayana Alpa Ayusha Sabya Kalo Asmin Yuge Jana. Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhakya Upadata. So we have to go through this. And the culture is like that also. In Satya Yuga, if you go, then everybody is like very spiritual. They'll talk about Krishna. They'll talk about, how is your Japa, how are you doing, how are you become free from the bodily conception of life. That is a spiritual environment, so they'll talk about that. And nowadays, more talk is about sports and politics and so many desires, where we should go to enjoy, where we should go on vacation, where can we eat, like that. So it is not, the culture is like that in Kali Yuga. As we hear, of course, we don't know, we have not been in Satya Yuga, but we hear about it. In Satya Yuga, they are more very spiritually inclined. But Kali Yuga also is a good, this age, especially now, is a very, very good time, because Kalim Sabha Jayanti Arya Gunagya Sarabhagina Yatra Sankirtan Neva Sarvaswartha Bhilapyate. So by chanting the holy name, Lord Chaitanya has come and his mercy is there, and there is everything available to us to go back home, back to Godhead. So that's why it's better also. but it's bad also. It depends on how, which side we are attracted by. So there's, if you like, coming to America is good or bad? Well, it depends. If you come here, associate with devotees and chant Hare Krishna, then it's good. If you start eating meat and doing all the other things, then it's bad. So nothing is good or bad. It depends on how you basically, which side you take, which what options you choose. Like computer is bad or good? Well, it's good and bad. If it's good, it's good. If it helps you in self-realization, it's bad. If it increases your sense gratification. So like that. Okay, so mostly people, we are conditioned souls, we don't know that our root cause of the problem is the desire to gratify senses. And yeah, sense gratification is the root cause of our transmigration. In this world, this knowledge is not there. Everybody is encouraging actually that you gratify the senses more and more and you'll become happier and happier, which is contrary to what Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita. So, so that's why we are struggling. Manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Like yesterday also in the lecture it was mentioned that, we have all these desires that make us ashanta. Ashantasya kuto sukham. So Krishna says, if you're ashanti, then how there can be happiness and peace? Yeah. So, okay, so the next verse.
The other thing is that, I mean, as we see that they're praising each other for their external looks, you know, they don't know each other, like what's their inner nature. And if you praise someone, yeah, they will become attracted to you. But that external thing is temporary; it lasts only for a short time. So, yeah, this is what happens in the material world. Is externally we become attracted to their body.
Yes. So real praise is you can praise the spiritual qualities of the person. So that's the real praise, that how they are serving Krishna, and that's real praise. Other things are, today you are wealthy, tomorrow you may not be wealthy, or you may,
Well, I
yeah.
so going back to judging somebody by how they look,
Mm.
all know that it's the inner beauty that counts, right? That quote gets told to us many, many times. We internally know that. How come we don't act like that?
Yeah,
We
because
don't embody that the message of that saying.
yeah, everybody knows that we are going to die, right? I mean, we are going to die, and
Mm.
we are going, but we are not like, because at that moment, in the moment you think, we don't think long term. So in the moment it is enjoyable, so we go for it, but we don't think that it's long term, it's not really beneficial for me, my consciousness. So like that. So we want instant sense
And
enjoyment. Huh?
kind of like animalistic instant gratification.
Instant
Shabda
gratification.
sparsha rupa rasa gandha, as Prabhupada was saying. Like eyes want to look for beautiful things, they get attracted. So ultimately, eyes are meant to see Krishna, he was the most beautiful, meant to hear about Krishna, which is the most beautiful topic. But yeah, in a perverted way. We see beautiful people, we become attracted to it because they have the spark of Krishna's splendor. They represent Krishna's beauty in in a very tiny way.
Yeah. So many times we know many things, but we the realization has to be there. Like we know we are not this body. I mean, if you ask anybody in India, they will say, yes, we are not this body. But the activities are not for the welfare of the soul. The activities are related to the body. So, in our life also, I'm not saying about others, we should not think we are like superior to everybody else or anything like that. I'm not saying like that, but yeah, in our life also we can see that there is knowledge, and we say we should not be envious of others. We should not do. We should be humble. We should be very offer all respect to others and expect no respect. This is the sutra we should be wearing around our neck like that. So many things are there. But how many times when actually the situation comes, we are in that consciousness? So we have to practice. We have to practice. And we may fail also, but we have to keep practicing and keep uh, yeah, praying to Krishna for determination like that. And then Krishna will give. So like nobody would like to put their hand in fire. I mean, it doesn't take any determination not to put because you know it's going to burn. So but we are not completely convinced. Like today somebody was telling me, asking me, they had, you know, some issues in their marriage, and how they are traumatized by it. The marriage did not happen, but it was almost on the verge of happening, and then so many things happened, and then they're completely traumatized by it.
You mean the divorce did not happen?
No,
You
no,
said
they were going to get
marriage.
married, but the marriage did not happen.
Oh.
So they are very traumatized by it, and there was quarrel and things like that, and things turned around, and their hopes were like dashed, whatever their hopes. So I was telling that person that this material world is designed to give us. I told her that this must be so mentally draining for you and your family, and she said yes, it is very mentally draining. And I said not only you are married and you are not getting married or something, you are stressed, but those who are married are also stressed. So so this world is designed to give us stress. So it is called kuntha. And Shastra is saying, yeah, it's a place of anxiety. So it is meant to push us towards Krishna. This whole thing is meant to push us towards Krishna. So like that.
So that's what Prahlad Maharaj says. Your conditions of distress begins as soon as you have desires to enjoy. So because you have these so many big desires that you have developed in your mind, oh, this will happen, that will happen, expectations, and then all that is shattered. That's where the distress is. You should not expect anything materially good in this world,
Hmm.
and everybody is kind of like a cheater. They are looking for their own sense gratification. So what can we expect from others?
Yeah.
We have the
Hare
four
Krishna.
defects of conditioned souls, right?
Right.
One of them is cheating propensity.
So and because people don't have knowledge also, or they are not able to apply their knowledge, even though they know, but they become overwhelmed by their desires and their senses. So we are helpless in this. So that is also to recognize that we are helpless in this, material world under the modes of nature. We are like puppets. Yes, that picture depicts. So that is also there. We are helpless. We are just being, beaten up by the modes of nature, and we can't do things which are really beneficial for us, and we engage in things that are not beneficial for us like that. So mind is like that, affected by the modes of nature. So we have to um, take shelter of Krishna, and that's the only solution.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Um, is it okay to say about the strong philosophy if someone shares his any kind of problem, or the person who is going through some? So I know these are the practical things like scriptures are saying, which is completely true. But at the same time, the person who is telling the problem, is it is it fair to say these things, or is
Yeah,
this
because
give
then
the like a practical
sometimes
solution?
somebody tells me like that, then for me it gives relief because yeah, it is meant to be a place like that. So I'm telling about myself now. Everybody may be different. So what I feel gives me relief, like when I read Bhagavad Gita, Then it gave me solace. And Krishna talks about all these things, right, in the Bhagavad Gita over and over again. And purports also, Prabhupada talks about this over and so then we actually feel like, yeah, um, I have a wrong, inclination. That's why, yeah, if I take shelter of Krishna, I'll be happy. So that's how I felt solace. But yeah, I understand that everybody may not feel like that. But what gave me solace, and like I'm thinking that it would also give solace to others. So because if you also another thing is that, yeah, you have to be sympathetic to that person. I agree that we don't have to we don't say, okay, you somebody suffering, it's your karma, you are suffering like that. Yeah, it is true, right? So but at the same time, if somebody like is strong enough to take that, then we tell them and they actually realize, and they actually change their life. Like Bilva Mangal Thakur, for instance, was told by Chintamani very strong words, and it changed his life. Vidura told Dhritarashtra very strong words, and that changed his life. So sadhu always also means, of course, I am not sadhu or anything, but Srila Prabhupada would, if you hear his lecture, he speaks very strongly about these things. And if you read his books, so we are supposed to repeat what we have heard from Srila Prabhupada. But at the same time, we have to be sensitive. Right? I'm not saying that one size fits all, and we should. But whatever Krishna inspires us at that time to say, because everybody is different, and sometimes people may feel little. But you can give them solace also. You can console them. You can be there. If somebody's sick, yeah, you don't say, yeah, it's your karma, you're sick. You go and take some medicine and you give them and you help them. So that is also there. So both aspects are
But
there. Hmm?
there can be some positivity also. Who knows? I mean, Krishna might have done best for her to not have this marriage because there could be
Correct.
major problems after marriage. So Krishna saved her in
Yeah.
that regards. So
Yeah. Correct. And so sometimes we think that now the situation has not worked. Next time it will work out. So it may happen. It may work out next time, but it may not again work out. And again, you can be mentally trained with all these things. So one after another, these problems are coming. So also it depends on our karma and our past and things like that. So, but in general, the philosophy is that there will be always going to be stress in this world. No matter the situation is never going to be perfect. There will be always going to be stress. Whether you get family, you don't get family. The nature of everybody in the water, everybody gets wet. That's what we say. Unless you become fully Krishna conscious, then Vishwam Purnam Sukhayate.
yeah, without any material desires.
Yeah, correct.
Krishna Bhakta Nishkama Deva Shanta.
Correct. So there'll be stress, and sometimes you don't get stress because yeah, some people are very very happily in their situation. Their family life is going nice. They have nice job, and their children are doing well, and everything is going. But it is not going to last, right? It's going to. So this is all these things. The truth is there before us. So we have to, yeah. When we speak the truth, also it also inspires us, and it may also benefit the other person. So that's what my and sometimes
Basically,
you have to be kind also. You have to be kind also, and the kindness also changes somebody's heart.
basically, one has to accept their own karma and tolerate. No retailing, because there are few situations one can, maybe you may say that, right? Okay, you have to study, then you have to do some activity karma, but there are few things, there are so many other things which is not in your hand. So it means like any kind of unfavorable situation happens in your life, so you just accept your karma and you tolerate the situation.
Yeah,
Is that?
yeah. I mean,
Mm.
it is
And
tolerate, and we don't want it actually, but there is no choice but to tolerate, right? Sometimes it's like that, right? It's if you got cancer, right? Now you have to tolerate the chemotherapy. What can you do to get
Let's say
rid of the?
anything happens, okay, in cancer or life-threatening diseases, of course you
Yeah,
can do. But
there's even if
in
you protest.
relationship, as
Yeah,
you're
even if
saying,
you protest, let's say you protest, it's not going to change the situation, right? Even if you protest, oh, why did this happen? You may crib about it, and you can, do so many things, but it is there, it's there, right? You got into an accident, you broke your spine, now you're in a wheelchair, so you are in that situation. You have to be in that situation. What can anybody do? You can go through some surgery, you can try to cure the situation, but there is no other way than to just accept it. So you don't like it, but you have to accept it. So
But
so
also
that
that verse Tatya Anukampam says that devotee takes it as a mercy of Krishna, which means, oh, this thing actually happened good for me. I mean, it's frustrating me from this material world. It's purifying me. Now is the best time to surrender to Krishna.
correct.
Because
Yeah.
so
anyways, my goal
basically,
is to,
if
yeah.
someone is suffering from some emotional trauma, if someone is suffering from something like a violence some in the family, so they have to accept that this is my karma. I have to be accept that this abuse every day. Is this the
No,
right way to do that?
they can, if they can change it, they can take some steps to avoid that,
Like
so
if you
that
got,
that's not an obstacle.
correct. Like whatever remedial measure, and sometimes people don't even take, it depends, right? Like Kadamba Kanand Swami, for instance, he got cancer. They told him you can take chemotherapy, this, that, and but he said, no, I'm just done. I don't want to go through this. I'll just go to Vrindavan. I'll chant Hare Krishna and leave my body there. So it depends on your level of, one size does not fit all. So whereas other devotees, they went through treatment, and so wherever we are at and what we feel is our internal situation. Like if you have this thing, and you can also pray to the Lord, Krishna, please take this away, because you are at that level of consciousness. Krishna, please take this distress away. If so because you cannot like tolerate it. So you can say, Krishna, please, I am very much affected. If you so desire, you can take it away. So like that also you can
And
do.
someone who's more advanced, he will give up anything if that is an obstacle to his path of Krishna consciousness. If his family or whatever, they'll give it up for Krishna. If
Correct.
somebody is not that advanced, they would want to stay in the family, so they keep tolerating the abuses and whatnot.
What is that verse? Mai ananyena bhavena bhaktim kurvanti ye dida mat krite tyakta karmanas tyaktva
That's
svajana bhardava. So that's, but yeah, so you have to be at that level, and we cannot artificially pretend. Like Prabhupada, for instance, his wife and things, situation at home was not favorable, and he was getting inspiration from his spiritual master in the dream to take sannyas. He left his family and just went to Vrindavan. But can everybody do like that? Depends on your level of consciousness where we are at and how much we can do. We may not be able to do like that, everybody. Because if we do, and then we feel like we may not feel comfortable in that situation. So that's why they say premature renunciation is also not good, because you may not feel like comfortable in that situation. Your mind may bother you. So that's why we need guidance from spiritual masters and things like that, senior Vaishnavas, and then according to that, and introspecting ourselves, and taking a stock of our own consciousness where we are at, and then we can decide what is the right thing for me to do in such situation. Okay. The great sage Narada said, my dear king, those two, the man and woman, supporting one another through mutual understanding, entered that city and enjoyed life for 100 years. And generally, those who want to do it, they just do it. They don't talk too much about it, they just do it. Like, for instance, Prabhupada, right? He just left home, right? Because he is already in that situation. Like, they don't like, yeah, they just do it, right? So Parikshit Maharaj, like he knew that okay, now 7 days left, no thought. Like who was that? Bharat Maharaj. They say he just left everything, just like as if we pass tool
Person
and
passes through.
tool and we flush it. There is no second thought. They're not thinking this way. If you're thinking too much, this, that, so many, you can think, yes, but for those advanced devotees, yeah, they just like when we pass tool, we just flush it. We don't even think twice about it whether I should flush it or not flush it. Similarly, it is said about Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj had no this thing. He just left his home. Of course, then things happened in the. But at that point, he was just. That was the culture in those days. At some point, you just say, "Yeah, I'm done. Just go and."
I
So
was asking Prabhu not on the devotees level, because there are so many people who are not in Krishna consciousness. They are living their life in the materialistic way. I have seen people that they are going through with this situation, and if you preach like that, they're not even going closer to Krishna. They become away from Krishna. So it's one has to give the practical solution for the problem. I cannot say that. I have seen one of my very closest friend. She went through a lot of violence, abuse, domestic abuse. I can say that okay, you accept your karma and you just tolerate it. And I cannot even, because her mindset is not to accept the Krishna consciousness that time as well. At least she has to come out from the situation, and when she reflect on her situation, then she will be able to think that and accept
yeah,
Krishna
I'm not denying
consciousness.
that. I'm saying yeah that
I'm not saying that okay, like Bharat Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, they are very exalted devotees. Even
no. So what? So
I
yours?
cannot even.
See, this example applies to this. If somebody is getting abused, then they just leave the home, right? They cannot be in that
Yeah,
abusing
I
situation.
mean,
That's what
you
I'm saying.
as I don't know, someone says that like they leave everything. I mean, just put your foot in their shoes and think like that. In such situation in India, there are different, even there are so many other things. The women are not that much independent, and there are so many other factors also influence on this situation. You cannot be so
Yeah, we cannot
hard
psychoanalyze
that,
every
like, no.
situation. What I'm saying is we cannot psychoanalyze. I mean, whatever we from our heart, everybody will say from whatever their heart Krishna inspires them to say, and whatever intelligence they have, according to their intelligence and their thing, they will give the
And
advice.
honestly, Prabhu, in devotees association also, not everybody concerned about even as other devotee as well. Everybody is their own thing,
Yeah,
right? As on the, even if a devotee is also going through, not everybody is taking concern about their problem also.
correct.
Maybe some, but not everybody. So yeah, I'm
We
just
should have
talking in
devotee
that
care.
sense.
Like we are trying to establish a devotee care department here. We had a seminar on devotee care in Columbus for 3 4 days, and so yeah, devotee care seminar. But only to a certain extent. Also, you can help a certain person. Whatever externally we can help. But when the person has to go through, like my mother went through some difficult time, devotees were coming, they were helping, and but whatever pain she has to endure, she has to endure herself. And we can give like some pain relief medicine and things like that, but beyond that, what can we do? So that is our helpless situation in this material nature, that we can't do anything.
Yeah, that's what humility definition Prabhupada gives. Actually, no one can help us. Only Krishna can help us. And He's putting us in this helpless state. So we become advanced, more surrendered. So we should not expect others would help us, because they also have their limitations. They have their families to look after. So we take their mercy whenever they help us. Okay, we thank them, but we should not expect others.
Yeah, that
That would
is.
make us more distressed. Like, see, nobody is helping me. Ultimately, only Krishna can help me. But as for the devotees, we should try to help others as much as possible.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, ultimately, a community will also flourish when there'll be like, devotees care for each other, because not everybody is like that. People come to Krishna consciousness and they are not, uh, we are not like paramahamsas. So we need each other and we need uh, like relationships and things like that, which are based on selflessness. And but at the same time, we have to realize that everybody has limitations. And Prabhupada also writes that in a purport that
Yes.
uh, you know
You cannot be a friend to everyone.
because our
You have to
resources are
tell
limited.
others
Our
that
resources,
Krishna is your only friend.
yeah, because our resources are limited, and there are unlimited number of living entities. And how can we help everybody? But Krishna has all the power. So, but we try our best. Like there are so many people going hungry in this world, right? Every day, so many people are hungry in this world. Now we want to give prasadam to all of them, but how much we can give, and still people are going hungry. So we have not so much money or anything like that that we can help everybody. But whatever we can do in our local area and whatever few devotees, and also it depends on our relationships also, right? Those who are like close to us, then we will obviously help first. Then somebody else, somebody in some country, unknown country, where we don't know that person, uh, we would want to help them. It's not like because we don't know, but we may have limited resources, so we use our resources to help in our circle whom we know, right? Then some XYZ person somewhere. So, but it's good to have a helping nature and a kind nature and compassionate heart for others suffering. But the root cause of all suffering is lack of Krishna consciousness. That's how
Yeah.
we understand also. So,
Misery is mandatory, suffering is optional. Suffering is coming from the mind. If you are Krishna conscious, you are pure devotee, you have no suffering actually.
correct. So,
I think going back to her friend's situation, though, if her life is in danger, then there are definitely resources out there.
uh,
A lot of organizations that can guide her.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, you can
And
call, sometimes you have to call 911 also.
yeah. And
If,
sometimes the women are weak and they think that I will not be able to live independently if I go out of this marriage, or if they're not educated, don't have a job, for their own financial concerns, they want to keep on being in the marriage.
but that may be a kind of, because, yeah, because let's say woman is not earning and husband is earning, and there are children, and the husband is abusive, and the woman doesn't have any skill set to earn any money.
Mhm.
So then, she may go back to her parents if her parents are. Sometimes parents also don't support because they think this is taboo in the society, if you leave your husband and come. Like all this cultural, kind of pressure is there and so many things. So it becomes more difficult. What will Samaj think? What will everybody think? So like that. In that way, in America, it's good that there's not so much cultural pressure. It is good and bad. That's both ways. But yeah, some aspects are bad because there's too much pressure from the family. Here, it's not that much pressure. In, so you can do, if you want to pursue Krishna consciousness, you can pursue Krishna. Prabhupada said this in his lecture that when he came to America, the family bonds were not strong. So people, they they kind of, they joined the movement. Whereas in India, he advertised and nobody would give their children for spreading Krishna consciousness. So this is how he said this was an advantage. So they could, come and join. So like that. Okay. But on the flip side, it is not. It is bad because then you have nobody to take care of you. If you go astray, then there is nobody to tell you that you should not do this, and there is no pressure. That's the other side of it. There is a positive side in that. So so the great sage. Anything else? Yeah. Say. The great sage Narada said, "My dear king, those two, the man and the woman, supporting one another through mutual understanding, entered that city and enjoyed life for 100 years." 100 years is significant in this connection because every human being is given the concession to live up to 100 years. The span of life is different on different planets, according to planet's distance from the sun. In other words, 100 years on this planet, and even according to age, on this planet also, according to age, you have different span of life. In other words, and Prabhupada is saying distance from the sun. In other words, 100 years on this planet is different from 100 years on another planet. We would think that time is passing same everywhere, but it's not like that. Lord Brahma lives for 100 years according to the time on Brahmaloka planet, but one day of Brahma is equal to millions of years on this planet. Similarly, the days on the heavenly planets are equal to 6 months on this planet. On every planet, however, the span of life for a human being is roughly 100 years. According to the lifespans on different planets, the standards of living also differ. And according to countries, there are different lifespans. So, in this earth, there are different countries. Maybe in very not less developed countries, there is less lifespan. So, what is the thing here saying? That they enjoyed for 100 years. They entered the city. The woman is the intelligence, the man is the vital force, right? And they both together entered in the city of this body, and they enjoyed in that city for 100. So, with our intelligence, material intelligence, and the soul's desires, and then in this through our body we enjoy so many things. So next verse. I have to go for an appointment, but I'll finish. Many professional singers used to sing about the glories of King Puranjana and his glorious activities. When it was too hot in the summer, he used to enter a reservoir of water. He would surround himself with many women and enjoy their company. A living being has different activities in different stages of life. One stage is called Jagrata, or the life of awakening. Another is called Swapna, or the life of dream. Another stage is called Sushupti, or life in an unconscious state. And still another stage occurs after death. So we have Jagrat, we have Sushupti, we have Swapna and Turiya. These are the four consciousness states described. Swapna is dreaming state, when consciousness is withdrawn from the external body and it's in the mind. Sushupti is deep sleep. So it is withdrawn from the body and the mind. When we say, I slept like a log of wood, I just slept, I didn't even realize. Or we are in the effect of general anesthesia. Then we are in Sushupti stage. Sushupti, Swapna. Jagrat means we are now awake and we are conscious of our body and the mind. And Turiya means like Shukdev Goswami. He is not aware that he has a body. He's walking around naked. His mind is absorbed in Krishna. It's in the spiritual realm. He's not even conscious that he has a body. So, in the previous verse, the life of awakening was described. That is, the man and the woman were married and enjoyed life for 100 years. In this verse, life in the dream state is described, for the activities Puranjana accomplished during the day were also reflected at night in the dream state. Puranjana used to live with his wife for sense enjoyment, and at night this very sense enjoyment was appreciated in different ways. A man sleeps very soundly when he is greatly fatigued, and when a rich man is greatly fatigued, he goes to his garden with many female friends, and there enters the water and enjoys their company. Such is the tendency of the living entity within this material world. Nidrayariyate naktam vyavayana chavavaya. What is it? Nidrayariyate naktam vyavayana chavavaya. Divacharthe haya rajan kutumba bharanenava. So, in the daytime he is working very hard, and at night time he sleeps or he engages in sense gratification. And in this way his lifespan goes. A living entity is never satisfied with a woman unless he is trained in the system of brahmacharya. Generally, a man's tendency is to enjoy many women, and even at the very end of life, the sex impulse is so strong that even though one is very old, he still wants to enjoy the company of young girls. Like Prabhupada says in the nightclub, how many old people are also going there in the nightclub to see the naked dance. Thus, because of the strong sex impulse, the living entity becomes more and more involved in this material world. Okay, so the training begins with brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is the practice, and brahmachari is the person who practices brahmacharya. Okay. Of the 9 gates in that city, 7 were on the surface and 2 were subterranean. So now it's describing the 9 holes. 7 were on the surface. So we have the 2 ears, the 2 nostrils, the 2 eyes, that's 6, and there's the mouth. And 2 were subterranean, means it's below in the body, the genitals. A total of 9 doors were constructed, and this led to. Okay, I think Shital Kumar kicked me out. So let me share my screen again. All the gates were used by the city's governor. The 7 gates of the body that are situated upwards are the 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. The 2 subterranean gates are the rectum and the genitals. The king or the ruler of the body, who is the living entity, uses all these doors to enjoy different types of material pleasures. The system of opening different gates to different places is still evident in old Indian cities. Formerly, a captive capital was surrounded by walls, and one passed through various gates to go to various cities or towards specific directions. In Old Delhi, there are still remnants of surrounding walls in various gates known as Kashmiri Gate, the Lahori Gate, etc. Similarly, in Ahmedabad, there is a Delhi Gate. So, to enter the city, there are various gates. So, the points of this simile, like we have Gateway of India in Bombay. The point of this simile, so from the ocean you come inside the city. The point of this simile is that the living entity wants to enjoy different types of material opulences, and to this end, nature has given him various holes in the body that he can utilize for sense enjoyment. Okay, so we want to enjoy, so Krishna has given us a material body. Shotram chakshum sparshanam chag rasanam granam evacha adhishtaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate. 15th chapter, Krishna says, yes, all these are grouped. You get your ears, nose, eyes, everything grouped about the mind, and the way you want to enjoy, you can get all these different senses, which are specifically to enjoy that desire that you have. So, okay. My dear king, of the 9 doors, 5 led towards the eastern side, and 1 led towards the northern side, 1 led towards the southern side, and 2 led towards the western side. I shall try to give the names of these different doors. So now they're describing the gates, now they're seeing the doors. Of the 7 doors, so every gate has a door. Of the 7 doors on the surface, namely the 2 eyes, 2 ears, you can call it as a gate or a door. Just 1 minute. Hello? Yes. Yeah. You can call the number, the other number that I gave, then, because I'm not.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry.
Okay.
I see they gave me another number.
Yeah. Thank you. Of the 7 doors on the surface, namely the 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, and 1 mouth, 5 look forward, and these are described as doors facing the eastern side. So they are front facing. Eyes, ears, nostrils. Since looking forward means seeing the sun, these are described as the eastern gates, for the sun rises in the east. The gate on the northern side and the gate on the southern side represent the 2 ears. So ears are laterally, right? They are not in the same. So lateral. So they are the gate on the northern side and the southern side. So one is on southern side, one is on the northern side. The 2 gates facing the western side represent the rectum and the genitals. All the doors and gates are described below. So all these verses are like this about the gates and the body and everything. Okay, we can conclude with Srimad Bhagavatam. We can see we can recite the verses now, whatever you memorized. Share with us.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is from the Shavdara. छलयसि विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुतवामन् पदनखनीरजनितजनपावन् केशवधृता वामनरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे. So this verse is saying, O Hari, O Keshav, O Lord of the universe, who took the form of the dwarf Brahman, all glories unto you. You, in the form of the dwarf Brahman, with your massive steps, you deceived Bali Maharaj, and with the Ganges emanates from the nails of your lotus feet, and that liberates all living beings. All glories unto you. So then the Gopi Geet. प्रहसितं प्रिया प्रेमवीक्षणं विहरणं च ते ध्यानमङ्गलं रहसि संविदो यारिति स्पृशा कुहकनो मना शोभयन्ति. So gopis are saying that your sweet smiles and your affectionate glances, viharanam, the intimate pastimes, rahasi, the confidential talks that we enjoyed with you, they all are mangalam, they are auspicious to meditate upon, and but at the same time they touch our hearts. O kuhaka, O cheater, these things they also agitate our minds. चलसि यद्व्रजाचारयन् पशूनलिनसुन्दरं नाथ ते पदं शिलातृणान् कुरे सीदतीति नः कलिलतं मना कान्त गच्छति. So they're saying, they're calling Krishna as Nath, which is a master, and Kanta, or lover. When you leave the cowherd village to walk behind the cows, our minds are disturbed because we think that your feet, which are more beautiful than the lotus flower, Nalina, they will be hurt by the sharp spikes of husks and rough grass and plants. दिनपरीक्षये नीलकुण्टरे वनरोहाननं बिभ्रदाव्रतं घनरजस्वलं दर्शयन् मुहुर्मनसि नास्मरं वीरयच्छसि. They're saying that at the end of the day, you repeatedly show us your beautiful lotus face, which is covered by your blue locks of hair, kundaler, and covered by by the Vraj. And by seeing you, Veera, they're calling Krishna as O hero, you invoke lusty desires within our heart. Thank you.
Okay, we can. I have memorized, but tomorrow I'll recite and to practice a little bit. Anybody else? Preeti, you want to say?
Yeah, I can two verse from Bhagavad Gita. I think in the last series, last verse remain. एवं बुद्धे परम बुद्ध्वा संस्थाभ्यात्मना आत्मना जाहि शत्रु महाबाहो कामरूपम दुरासदम. So this is talking about that. So this the knowing oneself to be transcendental to the material senses and mind and intelligence. So one should steady the mind by by spiritual intelligence, Krishna consciousness, and thus by one get this spiritual strength, one can conquer this lust, which is an insatiable.
Does it say deliberate spiritual intelligence?
Yeah, deliberate. Yeah, deliberate spiritual intelligence, and thus by spiritual strength, one can conquer this insatiable enemy known as lust. And one from the fourth chapter. स एवायं मया ते अद्य योग प्रोक्त पुरातन भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति रहस्यं हि तद् उत्तमम्. So Krishna is saying that why I am saying this, why I'm talking. No, I'm talking about this various, oh, no, the very ancient science of, relationship with the Supreme. Um, I'm, I'm saying all this to you because you are my devotee and as well as my friend. So you are non-envious, you are my devotee and friend, so that's why you can understand this transcendental mystery of the science. Thank you.
Thank you. I have to go because I have to go for an appointment. So it's take some time to go there, but we will stop here for today. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.